Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Taurus reading for November the 5th. This is affecting the area of your life that has to do with associations, professional groups, communities that are global or certainly universal, international in some way. And for the Talisman Oracle I pulled for you is the card Confidence. I hope you can see these without too much glare. I'm going to tilt them slightly to avoid that. But this features a beautiful bee on the cover, and I'm going to read the guidebook. The queen bee shows up in your reading to remind you of your stamina and the vital role you play in someone else's life. You're completely and utterly unique, and your confidence and self-esteem are what make you influential. You have been chosen for your part because you have all it takes to lead the way. Your self-confidence grows as you look for your answers through knowledge and experience. The sacrifice of short-term gratification in order to achieve long-term goals yields some of the biggest rewards. Fear of failure or even of your success is counterproductive. You know that to double your accomplishments, you need to double the number of mistakes, so don't be afraid of making a misstep. Use this card to charge your self-confidence. Envision the power of the queen bee caring for her own needs and those of others. See yourself as rising up strong and determined. I am me. I am enough. This is the overall energy of the world. And it feels as though this is allowing you to step through a particular portal of achievement, of accomplishment, wrapping something up, releasing something as finished, as completed, as whole. And this can be, depending on what this is focused on in your life, this can be the release or the consummation of a kind of philosophy, a kind of global humanity, a vision for a better world that you are organized, participate in, or enjoy at some level. So this feels like a worldview that you are completing, rounding out, that feels accomplished, that you are now able to build your achievement upon. Underneath the deck is the Seven of Cups, and this is showing through the associations, through your friendships, through your alliances, many opportunities and options that are available to you. These may have been things that you once were exposed to or aware of through some experience in your life, but that you had relegated to a place of accomplishment, that you checked these things off your list. They weren't important to you, but you're now feeling them emerge again in your life as possibilities for you in some more direct way. In the 10th house, the house of your social development, the way others see you, the Five of Pentacles. This is a way that you are making a change to the way that you have been defined or the way that you have defined yourself. I feel as though you may have moved along on a path that others felt was safe for you, and that as a result of that, you had determined the same, that your safety, your sense of stability and security was best accomplished in a traditional way. But then as you have grown and new talents have emerged, new understandings have grown, you recognize that actually that lane, that journey or that pathway is limiting, is no longer suitable to your interests, your talents, and your desires. That you actually see a new pathway as being more productive for you. And it is definitely away from the path that you have taken traditionally. This perhaps exposes you to new people, new associations, new alliances that you again felt were outside of your comfort zone, that were not relevant to you, but you're actually now seeing the connection as being pertinent to you in a very personal way. In the first house, the Temperance card is clarifying your overall view of your journey, of your daily experience in life. And this feels as though you have worked very hard to achieve the balance that you're experiencing. So you have overcome a lot. Certainly, the Five of Pentacles often relates a scarcity mentality, but I don't feel that's really the case for you. I feel that this is more about a somewhat tamped down or a slightly repressed version of your life, of being satisfied with little, being able to make do with little, and taking pride in that. And there is no shame in that. Everybody doesn't want to or need to be wealthy or abundant in any traditional way. But I believe the sense of balance has worked almost to the opposite degree for you, to where as you have learned to what your effort has been, how consistent you've been, how you've been able to bounce back, be resilient throughout numerous challenges, numerous difficulties that you've experienced, you recognize that you are potentially satisfied with more, with more direct participation into a more dynamic alliance or relationships with others, or participation in a communal or collective effort that is beginning to give you a sense of personal pride or alignment that you had not expected of yourself. In the fourth house, the house of your soul, your family, your foundation, the Justice card is filling out this reading in an interesting way. I do see now the story is being filled out in terms of things that perhaps others in your family did not think, and consequently you did not think that you could achieve or aspire to achieve. You are now coming to a place of understanding that you have achieved them through perhaps a variety of challenges you've overcome, work that you've invested in, ways that you have learned to advocate for yourself, and thus are an adept advocate for others who share your challenges, but that you are owed a modicum of respect, if nothing more substantial than that. That you are worthy, that you are deserving of everything that you have and anything that you desire. And so, this new manifestation of perhaps greater opportunities, new connections, perhaps further afield than what has been your customary level of comfort or region of comfort, is something that you are recognizing that you've earned, that you are deserving of. And this is coming, I feel like it's coming as something of a surprise to your loved ones. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, yeah, interesting. I'm seeing you as emerging as a queen bee in a situation where you were perhaps seen as one of the anonymous drones. This can absolutely be in a family of origin, but it can also be in a professional setting or some kind of a humanitarian setting, some kind of philanthropic or charitable work that you do with or for others, where you are emerging as a leader, as an authority. And this is something that you model in your own life. This creativity, this generosity um, takes others by surprise. But it's absolutely a reflection of your own personal methodology, how you've been able to overcome so many challenges with grace, with equanimity. And this is the more you give, the more you receive back. And you may be experiencing that in the most astounding and physical way, material way possible. I'm loving this so far for you, Cancer. This, I will clarify this reading with the Ethereal deck, the Shadow Work deck, and finish off with a Crystal Oracle. If this reading is resonating for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance for that. I'm going to pull all the clarifiers for the axis of the horoscope wheel at one time, and then I'll go back and interpret them. So for Temperance in the first house, we have the Ten of Pentacles. For Justice in the fourth house, we have the Moon. For the Empress in the seventh house, we have the Hierophant. And for the Five of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands in the 10th house. So, starting with the first house, your attitude, your approach. Temperance is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a confirmation that you're now recognizing abundance as a natural balance to the effort, a recognition of your effort, the rewards of the work that you've done, something you're again deserving of. This is having all that you need in abundance, sharing that with a community, a partnership, uh, a group with whom you trust that these resources can be shared in a way that amplifies them. So this feels as though you feel supported. You see your support in your world as part of your worldview, as part of your ability to bounce back from difficulties. In the fourth house, the Justice card is clarified by the Moon. Yeah, there is a lot about the family of origin here, uh, giving you a lot of opportunity to gain a sense of empowerment. It's almost as though by being told what you couldn't do, by being somehow confined, that you learn to overcome that uh, by simply taking one challenge at a time, uh, evaluating your own behavior and effort as part of overcoming a sense of limitation, not being afraid of the difficult emotions or feelings. I feel a strong bond to the mother, not necessarily uh, um, a bond of, uh, it feels like a very mutually respected bond, one in which you helped one another, whatever that means to you. So it isn't necessarily that the mother was the hero in your family relationship for you, but the mother was one with whom you identified and that you were able to partner with productively. And that has somehow informed your sense of your worthiness, your value, what you deserve. In the seventh house, the Empress is clarified by the Hierophant. And this is that ability to take the power of love, of loving, of nurturance, of productivity, of loving what you do and working with discipline and a positive work ethic, as a model that others learn from. So you have recognized the way that you have learned to love, the way that you have learned connection through perhaps a strong family figure, perhaps an experience of love in your family, unconditional love, where you're not only expected to work, but you are expected to you expect to be rewarded. And that has shown you the way in which relationships are a function of learning together. And that connection is enhanced by uh, learning about the ways in which you can share or impart the skills that you have to others so that you're working together in a way that is aligned with a greater value, greater mission, greater effort that you feel is important to contribute to your community. And the Five of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the Page of Wands. It's interesting that the way that you have kind of moved away from the path that was prescribed for you, that was expected for you, is through your powerful passion and creativity. You are a passionate person. Uh, what fuels your creativity is your passion, and the tremendous inspiration you get as the result of being productive, creating something that helps others or makes your life more efficient, more productive. Those are important values to you. And putting those in the behind or in front of your incredible passion is what fuels you to be deliberate, be efficient, to be productive, but also to be thrifty, to be frugal, to be practical. You put a lot of life force and faith in that, really understanding that things are not a substitute for feelings, faith, belief, inspiration, higher values. Those are the things that really move you to being a part of the community, a humble part of your community. I'm going to finish off this reading with a crystal oracle, and I have to say the Boji stones. I believe that's what this card is. Yes, emerged. And the key word is balance. I am balanced, whole, and complete. Thank you, Cancer. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, namaste.